Hello and welcome back to the Not Clickbait podcast. It's been a little bit of a long while since the last time we did one of these, but we're back and hopefully a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
It's me, Jamie, and my main man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we're gonna do films today.
Yes. Right, so just quickly, if people do
Yeah.
listen and they want to comment, because please do, it's really good. We're kind of hoping maybe this could be a very long-term project that maybe over the next couple of years is a bit intermittent, and then maybe when we both leave uni, maybe we could pick it up as like a full-time thing or something. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we hope so. We're just lazy.
No, genuinely, when we leave uni, I kind of hope that if we could and we could get a recording space and we had the time and we both wanted to try and actually make something of this, maybe rebrand it when something becomes more topical.
I 100% agree. So basically, get involved in this now.
Yeah,
and
so
then you'll be one of the people.
Oh, geez, and we'll give you something
Yeah.
maybe in like 5 years when we've got 100k subs, and then you can literally prove to us you were subbed from the first
I will track.
8.
Yeah. I'll track anyone down that subs from now.
Yeah.
I will give you, €10 from then because I reckon that'll be quite expensive.
Yeah, yeah, probably. Right now it's pretty expensive, to be fair. But yeah, so
true.
today is films. What I was going to say is we want it to be kind of general knowledge, not just football. The last one was on football, but that's because we could find something easy to talk about. So we want this
Indeed.
one to be... This one is going to be films.
Yes.
And we might end up doing another films one next week. We don't know.
Yes, we shall see.
But yeah, so...
This is this is our top 5 films, our favourites. So
just so you are, we have tried to record this. I've messed up. So
yeah, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. So Jamie, what is your 5th favourite film?
My 5th favourite film is The Avengers. The first one, Avengers Assemble in the UK.
Yes,
and
probably
just Avengers elsewhere.
Was it?
Yeah.
Why was
We
it
had to call
Avengers Assemble? Because we had a film already.
Yeah, no, we had the TV series called The Avengers, and it was some like weird ass like old
Right.
shit.
Right.
They had to call it Avengers Assemble over it. Otherwise
I think
people
that's
would have
cooler
been
though.
Confused.
That's cooler.
Yeah, I
I don't think people would have been confused, but all right, fair enough. But
Yeah,
that top class movie. That
quality film.
Love it.
As we said a little bit earlier, I think it's kind of a combination of the fact that it's the kind of the starting point of the universe in Marvel,
Yeah.
where everyone kind of gets together for the first time.
Yeah.
I think.
It was going well with Iron Man and Iron Man 2 and that, and then this kind of like just the gears started properly grinding. Do you know what I mean?
They start leading towards stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's a quality film.
This is really good, really good. What were we saying about the budget earlier, weren't we? It's just mental. Like,
It's
such a gamble.
Yeah. The thing with, I don't know if I've told you this before, but we're going to do it. Marvel gambled heavily with their MCU.
Yeah, I read it. I read about this. But
It's so cool. Like they gambled like half of their characters just so they could get enough money for Iron Man.
But I read something that was like, so they went, right, we'll sell you all of these characters, but we want to keep these ones. And it was like 15 million for all of these characters. And they went, now we'll pay you 10 just for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So then they were left with some characters. And that's when they're like, yeah, we'll actually use them. We'll just go for a smaller budget, but we'll use them. And I think wasn't Iron Man one of them, or was he not?
Well, they sold Spider-Man quite early to Sony.
Yeah.
But then they kind of got into a situation where Marvel was in a bad place.
Really
so
bad.
They bartered a lot of their characters, including the ones that are in the films now, for
Spider-Man included, yeah.
Well, yeah, for a chance to kind of do Iron Man, and then Iron Man smashed it, and they just started doing all of this.
Yeah.
And now we're here, 11 years later.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's mental.
Yeah, when you think about it, it does give you a bit of goosebumps that like we grew up with all of this.
Yeah.
Like it's like for our parents, I don't know about your dad, but my dad definitely. It's like for what Star Wars was for them.
Yeah.
It fully is. Like they just whenever they were brought out, they were huge. They weren't necessarily like crossovers, but they were mental. Like I didn't realise that between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, there was 3 years. I think.
Imagine that.
Yeah. It was either that or the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, but they all had pretty big gaps between them. But can you just imagine if we had to wait that long for like Infinity War and Endgame? Yeah, I'd literally go and go stir crazy. Like I'm right on my edge of my seat all day now, just because I keep watching those of Marvel stuff and reading those of Marvel stuff, and I couldn't have waited that long.
I honestly think people would, if it was that long these days, people would just become disinterested, man.
Yeah, definitely.
How did they get away with that? Was there just nothing else to do?
Yeah, they didn't have social media, did they?
Yeah,
so literally, it was
nothing to keep you alive.
It was Star Wars comes out a year later. It comes out on DVD, so you have to wait a year. Whereas now it's literally 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And then it was figurines get released for the next 2 years, and then they release a trailer at some point, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, lose their mind!
The world is ending." Yeah.
And then and then all that happens.
To be fair,
so
we still do that these days. We still do that.
Yeah, to be fair, when Endgame trailers comes out, oh my god,
I'll come down from a lesson. People will be like, "Have you seen it?" I'll be like, "What do you mean?" And I'll be, yeah.
It is top class. Really is. Just love it.
So then, hit me with your number 5.
My number 5 is War Dogs.
Again, a film I haven't seen.
No, but a bit different. It's so about these two guys that they start up an arms business where they sell arms to people for the US government mainly, and it's Jonah Hill is co-leading it, I think, and he's exceptional in it. I really really like his character.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill's one of the best actors because every character he plays it's a believable character. It's not samey, like. Although a lot of people play different characters, and what I said just sounds a bit stupid, every character is distinct. Like, they've all got their own mannerisms, and he acts them so well. Like, this guy, he's like a really arrogant bloke, and he acts him unbelievably well. And I just love
what
it.
You mean.
Yeah,
a lot of actors just are who they are.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Definitely, yeah. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But
I think. That's a great point.
But you know,
I had one, and now it's just gone.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of all do the same thing.
I've got one. There's the guy Jeffrey Dean Morgan who plays Negan in The Walking Dead. He just plays everything the same.
Oh, nice, it's like the Rock. Bloke. It's like the Rock.
Yeah. Yes.
Rock is the best example. He's always the same character, the muscle man. Never anything different. There's a film where he's a little bit stupid, but even then it's like. You're just going to end up throwing something across the room or across the jungle or something like that, mate. Do you know what I mean? And literally everything he wears is always the same. And if he's not wearing it at the start, he'll wear it at the end. Yeah. So it's like
he's not a bad actor, right? But
he's not for a certain character.
Okay.
I can't. You couldn't cast him in any MCU film.
They cast him in the DCEU.
As who?
He's like a Shazam villain.
In the new Shazam?
Nah, in the next one. He might get a solo film as well if they get around to it, but they probably won't.
Interesting. I haven't seen the new Shazam, have you?
I've heard it's just really funny, and that's pretty much it. But
it's a bit different. Again, they're trying out stuff different. They should have.
Might as well.
They should have really kickstarted with the Batman trilogy and really tried to do an actual universe from there, and got onto what Marvel were doing quicker, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And it just backfired on them.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that they kind of did it after.
I kind of almost want to remove the Batman trilogy from them and go, no, you're not allowed this. This is too good for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, because it's unrelated to what they're doing now.
Yeah, no, I agree. Fine. No, I agree, but I kind of also... But do you know what I mean? You kind of don't want it to be associated with DC. You just,
well, that's true.
You can't have
because all of those films are quality. There's not one of them that's bad.
No, not at all. They're all class. Yeah.
So that was number
5. That's my 5th one,
wasn't it?
Yes.
Right. So my number 4 is Casino Royale.
Yes, great film.
The first Daniel Craig James Bond film.
What I just said about the DCEU kind of also links to this about James Bond.
It does.
I kind of almost want to remove this James Bond from all the previous James Bonds and go,
I agree.
You're your own thing. Like, because...
Yeah.
What is it? He's on Casino Royale...
Quantum of Solace,
Spectre, Skyfall, and then James Bond 20, whatever it is, the new one.
Yeah.
They're just exceptional. Like, as a body of work, they're really, really good because it's not fictional.
I think 2 of them stand out above the other couple.
Which ones? Skyfall and Casino Royale.
Skyfall and Casino Royale are definitely the better ones.
Okay,
but
I was going to ask you what you prefer, Skyfall or Spectre, but I get your answer.
Oh, definitely Skyfall.
I really enjoyed Spectre.
I know I did enjoyed it.
I think I almost preferred it, but that's just me.
Are you joking?
I did. I really liked it for some reason. Don't know why.
Well, it's not a bad thing.
No.
But I just think Quantum of Solace gets such a bad rep. I don't know why.
I can't remember
think it's a terrible film. There's some really good scenes in it. There's a kitchen fight scene, which is it's just a great piece of filmmaking, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of it gets overlooked. But yeah, Casino Royale for me, because I think it contrasts Die Another Day, which was the last Brosnan film.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the worst James Bond
Yeah,
films.
was he the one you said had a cyborg in it?
Yeah, as like the villain's like half not human, and it's just like, are you joking?
Yeah,
This is James Bond, man.
Fuck off, yeah. Flying cars and all that was.
Yeah, and then Casino Royale comes in and he's like, all his car can do is
drive.
Defibrillate. Yeah.
What film is Q first in?
The new one?
Yeah.
Skyfall, I think.
Because he's really good.
He is brilliant.
I think he's a really good, memorable actor. I don't know his name, but I remember him in those movies really distinctly.
Ben something.
But he's good. He's really good.
Yeah, he's really good.
So yeah, Casino Royale, good. That's the one he gets whipped in the chair.
Yeah. Right in the nuts. Yeah. There's an immortal line in that film that is like he's getting whipped by Le Chiffre, and he's just like, everyone's gonna wake up tomorrow and know that you've been either kissing or tickling my balls. That's hilarious.
That's a great one. That's class.
Anyway, your number 4.
My number 4 is Inglourious Bastards.
Yes. Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, we hope. Or
we hope.
Or what we said at the start, where we want to build up this body of work for maybe 2-3 years down the line. It just gets destroyed immediately.
Yeah, because we
embarrass ourselves.
I'm fairly certain it's him.
Yeah, so am I. But yeah, no, and it's Brad Pitt as well. I know that.
Yeah.
And Christopher Waltz. And the reason I love this film is the opening scene of him and the French Christopher Waltz and the French farmer. It's just gripping. It's just like, why is he there? What's this going to come to? Because with a lot of opening scenes, they set it. They go, this is what's happening, and this does set it just in an exceptional way. Like they have this dialogue. It's definitely not one cut the whole thing, but this dialogue between this French farmer and Christopher Waltz, and it's just like, I was just sat there and I remember checking like how long I've been watching it for, and I was like, I don't remember doing anything in these 30 minutes apart from watching this and just being like, what the fuck is going on? Because I was just like, this is unreal.
I have such a soft spot for like no cuts for some reason.
It's not no cut. Like they cut between the two people, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just that one scene just carries on, just flows.
Or just
flows lovely.
Just clever editing, to be fair. I just like that.
So he goes like, because obviously it's about German and French farm people, and I'm like, right, so they're speaking in French. Like this is going to be a bit boring to read the subtitles. And Christopher Waltz's character goes, "Can we speak in English?" And he goes, "Yeah, all right." And I'm like, right, there's got to be something to do with them speaking in English. Like, what is it? And then at the end, he goes, They get to the climax of this whole bit, and he goes, "What I'm going to do is I'm now going to speak in French, and you're going to answer everything I say politely." And all of this, so he goes back to French, and as he's speaking in French, he's like, "Well, that was an incredibly amazing, like whatever the word is, it's escaping me at the moment." Blah 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 blah, and then he's calling his men in, these Nazi assassins coming in, and then he just points at the floor because he realizes that he's hiding some people under the floor, and they just shoot the floorboard, and it's just like, oh my god, that was one of the best opening scenes I've seen.
I think I've seen this. Yeah.
He points at the floor and he's like, they're under there. And then they just go, and then one of them escapes and ends up killing them later on, which was pretty cool. But yeah. See you later, Shushan. Anyone that's seen it will know what I mean by that, but yeah. That's my number 4.
Ratings. Right. My number 3, we did kind of mention it before, is The Dark Knight, the second film in the Nolan Batman trilogy.
Yes.
And I said to you a couple minutes ago, this is my favourite for 2 reasons.
Your third favourite.
I think.
Your third favourite.
Yeah. My favourite of those films, I should have said. Because Heath Ledger is just amazing in this film.
Yeah. Second. It's such a shame. It is a massive shame.
If
they had done a solo Joker movie, With him
in it.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
100%. You don't get any better than that.
No. Anyway,
because it's just it's divine acting, but it's all good. But also the fact that this Batman is just a good Batman as well.
Yeah. He's my fate. I've only seen 2 Batman because I haven't seen the odd ones because I have no interest in seeing them. But yeah, he's exceptional.
I'd watch the Batman by Tim Burton, but apart from that, no, not much point. But yeah, he's a good Batman. He doesn't murder people for no apparent reason. And he's just what you epitomise Batman. I like how kind of realistic Gotham is in this film as well.
Yes,
it's nice.
So going to the series as a whole, the first one with Ra's al Ghul, he's in the first one, yeah. I remember that train scene.
Oh, great scene.
Really good, and that like Gotham there is like, I kind of watch it and in the dark and when it's raining, I'm like I could almost live there. I don't know why, but I could. It just looks fun.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit like New York in a sense, but obviously it's a lot darker. But I'm just like, I could live there. It looks really good. So yeah.
Yeah, and also the supporting characters in this film, aside from Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent is great.
Two-Face is
absolutely
really good.
amazing.
Yeah, I really like that.
Also, Commissioner Gordon, his name escapes me for some reason, but
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but it is Gary Oldman.
Yes, that's the one. He's great as
Sirius Black.
Yes, of course.
Indeed. Yeah, he's great in that. But I love the scene in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
When he's like talking to the woman, and I'm like, ooh, hello, and then it turns around and it's the Joker, and I'm like, my shit, just jump out of my skin.
Oh, it's so good.
It's exceptional.
Yeah. The anarchist is Anyway,
So
your number 3.
My number
Mr.
3
January.
is Infinity War.
Oh yes,
Infinity War. It's only not top just because the other 2 are very notable mentions.
Yes.
And then Infinity War is just so good. It's the same as what we said about Avengers. Just the budget, the cast. It's those original. It's not the original 6. It's 5 of the original 6.
Yeah.
And then you throw in Spider-Man, my favorite comic book character, my favorite superhero, Spider-Man.
Yes.
And you get Black Panther, who is exceptional. Chadwick Boseman, really, really good. I really like the way
he's really good. Yeah.
I really like the way he does it because he's not over the top. He knows what he is. Do you know what I mean? But he plays it exceptionally well. And then you just out of nowhere you throw in the Guardians of the Galaxy and you can't really go wrong with them. Just some of the best characters in the MCU. Rocket, Groot, Star-Lord, Gamora. Even Nebula's not that bad. In Guardians of the Galaxy 2, she's a bit weird. But you kind of grow to understand why. And then she understands why she's wrong. And it just kind of ties it all up nicely. But yeah.
I like this film really a lot for 2 reasons. Again, I'm a bit of a 2-reason guy today, but I think that Thanos is amazing, and the fact that they don't win. The fact they don't win is a great part.
You almost knew that it was going to happen though, because there's 2 parts.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
But not in the way that it happened. Do you know what I mean? I didn't expect that.
No.
What I almost expected was, I remember having a chat with Robbie, one of my friends, and he went, I kind of think he might snap, and then that film would just end. So you'll be left on like, oh, what's happened? Who's dead? What has actually happened to the world? Which would have been cool, but then it would have made the first 15 minutes of Avengers Endgame a bit different.
Yeah. I also, so the same kind of thing with the first Avengers. It's just like, to get this group of people together and make a film that isn't completely terrible is a feat in itself.
Yeah, definitely.
The Russos did an amazing job doing that.
Yeah, the Russos are great. Russos are the best directors in the cinematic universe.
In that field, 100%.
They're really, really good.
I do respect Taika Waititi.
Oh yeah,
hard, because that guy is just jokes.
But I think that he's a different type of director, isn't he?
I agree.
I saw an interview with him. I saw an interview with him that was he said that, I don't know what they call it, but when you like apply for a directing job, you have to produce like something.
Yeah.
And he said that it's the only one he's ever produced is for Thor Ragnarok, whatever you call it. And he was like, "This is the only one I've ever produced." I did it because I really wanted the job, and it was like I basically just cut together loads of scenes that were like improv throughout and stuff like that, and then he was like, and then I overlaid a song with it and gave it to Marvel and was like, this is what I think, this is what, because you were meant to do it to show what your artistic vision of the movie. And he read the script and he was like, this is what I think we should do. And they were like, yeah, no, that's really cool. And I was like, I think that's just such a cool way of getting it. Considering like his standalone movies are not bad. He's got one that was on Netflix that I watched and it escapes me the name of it.
Yeah.
The Breaker-Uppers, that was a bit weird, but it was quite funny. Yeah. And then Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah, he's famous for that.
So good. Such a good movie. The line that sticks with me is, we're looking for a Caucasian man, and he goes, well, that's wrong, because you're obviously white. And it's just, that just ended me. That kid in that is really, really good.
That's the same kid from
Deadpool 2? I haven't seen Deadpool 2. And
have you not?
No, but I'm not sure if I like Deadpool, and I know that's controversial.
But
I don't like the first one. It's funny and like really good, but it's just a bit weird.
No, I do. I understand what you mean.
Like,
it's a bit of an acquired taste. Isn't it?
And Disney have obviously bought Fox, which means they've bought Deadpool.
Ooh, interesting.
Haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
and I'm a bit like, I don't want them to be part of the Avengers.
No, they won't.
Ruin it.
They're not that stupid.
It would ruin it, and I don't think they should introduce X-Men or Fantastic Four. But I know that they cross over a lot in comics. Those lot do with the Avengers.
I think Disney is smart enough to know how to do it.
Yeah, I know. But I just think that because the X-Men and Fantastic Four have had two such separate stories throughout the last 20 years, it would be really weird to see them part of the Avengers. They should Disney fight them and maybe reboot them in a completely different way to what we know, because you can't touch and leave Wolverine out of it, leave Logan out of it, because the last Logan on its own was just one of the best movies. Mm-hmm. I just loved it. I thought it was exceptional, but that's why they can't be part of the Avengers, the MCU, in my opinion. I
agree with you.
So yeah,
somewhat. Yeah. We're on number twos now.
Yeah, we are.
Big Eat. My number 2 is Jaws.
Jaws.
And we talked about this.
Which I haven't seen.
Yeah, it astounds me. How can you? Jaws is one of those films that I'm just like, it is a classic film.
It is.
It goes on a must-watch list of films for me.
Yeah.
But then you explain why you haven't seen it, and I somewhat agree with you.
Yeah, I'm very scared of deep open water. Even not that deep water that is contained, I'm scared of. Although I'm a very strong swimmer, and I pride myself on that. But I'm just...
No, I hadn't guessed.
I'm just terrified. I'm just terrified of it, and I just don't want to watch Jaws for that reason. I just would never get in any body of water in my life again.
The only reason that I can kind of chill with Jaws is because of how bad the shark looks. So you have to just...
You just got to forget... You just got to remember it's not real.
Exactly. But I do agree with you, because as much as the shark is trash in that film, the way that they deal with that and the way that a very young at the time Spielberg gets around it is it's really...
I've seen flashes of it, like here and there. And I'm kind of always like, oh, this looks interesting. And then I just, like, someone will go, it was like kind of around Christmas, do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, then like dinner's ready. I'm like, oh, God, I'll finish it another day then. And I never just get round to it. But yeah, it, for what it was and when it was produced, it's quite exceptional, really.
It's impressive.
Yeah. All I know from that, well, not all I know, but is we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
And I think that is a really good line.
Yeah, the scene in itself, the "gonna need a bigger boat" scene, is just it's a really, really good scene. Yeah. Anyway, your number 2.
My number 2 is Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, many other members of the cast are exceptional, but it's just one of my... I watched it over 2 nights because it's that long once. But even like halfway through, I was like, this is exceptional. Like, this is such a good, different piece of filmmaking to what I'm, like, used to.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm only halfway through currently.
Yeah. It's just so good.
I agree. I just think the fact that it's kind of put out as a realistic view on the stock...
Do you know it's not true? Do you know it's a true story?
Is it?
Yeah, Jordan Belfort, he wrote a book. He actually got put in prison.
Mad.
I'm gonna just confirm this because I'll look so stupid if I'm.
That's all right. We've already said Quentin Tarantino more times than we should have done. But yeah, I yeah, it's if it is, well, it'll be based on a true story. It's a bit of filmmaking that I wasn't sure about when I started watching it, but it's an epic film, like in terms of length.
Yeah, well, real person, Jordan Belfort,
Mad.
real person.
Do you know, DiCaprio does some interesting real person stuff.
Yeah.
Catch Me If You Can, I think, was a real person. That's a great film.
Haven't seen that.
It's a Tom Hanks and DiCaprio. Oh,
Tom Hanks
great.
is cool. He's my dad.
He's
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
oh god.
No, yeah. DiCaprio in this is really good. The way he just kind of like is a drug addict, and quite obviously a drug addict, but
yeah,
acts it, because acting a drunk person, I'm pretty sure, is probably one of the easiest things to do, and he does it for the 3 hour movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing.
I think that like the kind of false confidence that he emits throughout this whole film is cool, and the fact that he can act false confidence is cool.
Yeah, it's just so good. Like Jonah Hill in it as well. I think Jonah Hill is one of the most underrated actors. I think he's probably highly rated. I haven't read up about him enough. And
I don't think he's rated that highly, to be fair.
But he is very underrated, just because he's undertaken some bad roles, I think, hasn't he? I agree. Like his character 21 Jump Street. I haven't seen it, and it's probably quite good, but it's just not going to help your reputation. But yeah, he's so good in this. Jonah Hill in this is just exceptional. DiCaprio, he's really good. I just didn't know where it was going at any time, and I was like, wow.
Yes,
wow.
I agree with the Wolf of Wall Street view, and now we're on to
our number ones. My number one's going to be a really big anticlimax.
Films.
It's going to be a really big anticlimax, but you'll see why in a minute. But yeah,
all right,
you go first.
My favourite film of all time is Jurassic Park.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that, but I should have been.
Continuing my top 2 Spielberg trend, I acknowledge the fact that this film isn't the best film ever. The fact that I grew up with it so heavily and it influenced my childhood so hard, it will forever be there. And some of the scenes that are in that film are just amazing.
I will confess again, I think I've seen it. I don't remember it.
The thing with Jurassic Park, looking at it now from someone lives in 2019, and it's a film that came out in, I think, 99, or 98. So it was in the 90s. I think 10 minutes of Jurassic Park was CGI. The rest was practical effects, and I'm just like, oh, sorry, you're right. Like some of the suspense in that film. Yeah, no. So I just. Yeah.
I think I watched it for science. In a science GCSE. That's really bad, isn't
possibly. It? Possibly. I have no idea, mate. I can't.
But yeah, no, it was a good movie. That it is the dragon in it. No, not the dragon. Fuck.
Oh my god.
The dinosaur.
I just pulled my eyes out.
You just died a little bit. You just ripped your ears off.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, a little bit. My heart just fell out. Fucking hell. Anyway,
sorry. No, yeah, the dragon. I said it again. The dinosaur in it is really, really good for the time. Exceptional.
Yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, your number one that's going to underwhelm me.
It's Dark Knight.
Oh, okay.
Batman. Dark Knight.
We have you said that we were going to mix in at some point here.
Yeah.
But I didn't know when.
I just love the Dark Knight. I watched it when I was younger. And I just, ever since then, I was like, I just love this movie. You want to see a magic trick scene?
Oh yeah,
probably my favourite movie scene ever. It's just the way he's just like, you want to see a magic trick? Launches it in the table, and then 5 minutes later, someone walks over and he just, poof, oh mate. And then I like the bit when he's like, we're gonna have tryouts, and he snaps the pool cue in half and just launches it, and the two guys just look at each other what the fuck. But no, yeah, that's why I love that film. I just
You want to know
how
how I got these scars?
Batman.
Quality film.
Have you seen how The Dark Knight should have ended?
Yeah.
So they're funny. Batman gave me these scars, and then Wally and Sully just come across the front of the screen. No, yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a great film.
I love
yeah,
it. We spoke about it earlier, so I can't really go much in depth. I was going to say,
do you want
to do some honourable mentions?
Yeah, you hit me with one, and I'll think of one.
I'll just put out a big one. An honourable mentions are the whole of the MCU.
Yeah,
they don't fit. There's 22 movies coming up, and they just don't fit in my top 5. But they're just so good. I just get like a feeling when I watch them.
Yeah.
Any of them, even if they're bad, I'm just like mad. What they've created.
At this point, whenever I hear the Avengers theme, my arm hairs just stand up. I'm like, oh my god.
You know that scene on the bus for Spider-Man?
Yeah,
I see you in it,
yeah.
and you're like,
I'm like, whoa,
so good, mate. It just even think about it now. I just think I was the demographic for that, and it hit me, and it's just like, mad. They're what makes me want to do this when I'm older. I don't want a normal job. I want a job where I'm involved in that world, and that's why I want to do this when I'm older.
Yeah, I know. I fully get that. I want to draw for those companies, but we'll see. Yeah, for me, I think Logan. Yeah, I didn't get in my list. It's such a good film.
Yeah, it's
Hugh Jackman is just incredible.
He's really good in that. Yeah.
The way that he kind of denotes age in that film.
I really like Patrick Stewart in that as well, and Caliban.
Yeah,
he freaked me out the first time I watched it, but when I look back, I was like, good bloke, and I felt really bad for him when he was getting abused. I have a thing when I'm watching it, and I kind of go like, that's just not right. And I just saw him getting abused in the cinema. I just sat there like, this isn't right. They shouldn't be doing this. And I felt like instincts kick in, and I was like, I don't like this. I'm not happy about this.
Yeah, I think Stephen Merchant is kind of consistently good in most things.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is really solidly good in this film.
So another honourable mention I have is Django Unchained.
Oh, I haven't seen.
You need to.
But I've heard good things.
Yeah, you need to. This is really, really good. Jamie Foxx is in it, and again, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. And again, I think, please, again, I could be wrong. I'm going to have to check it.
Here we go.
I think Jonah Hill's in it. Ooh. Which is weird because I can't remember if it was on this one we said that all of his characters are distinct.
No, we said they were different.
Yeah, they're all like, and I think even in this, his character is completely different to anything that I've any of the other films that he's in. So I really like that. Let me just check. Please be in this. Please be in this.
I've got
he's
another
in it.
one. Oh, solid. You got it.
Yeah, he's in it.
I've got another one. Mm-hmm. There's a film I don't think you've seen, and I don't think a lot of people saw when it came out, and it's quite recent, and I think it was so good. I think I might know what you're
talking about here.
It's another Logan. It's Logan Lucky.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't know it was going to be that one. I thought it was going to be that new one, that one that ends in a mile, but I don't want to say it because I know that I'll get it wrong. The Green Book.
Yeah, I was going to watch that with
Bethan.
Yeah,
but you didn't.
With Bethan. I was like, and then we just
you went to watch
it,
the Lego Movie, I think, which is embarrassing.
Yes, we did. How's that embarrassing? Fuck you, yes. No, Logan Lucky is another Daniel Craig, but it's also, oh my god, what's his name? The trailers for that remind me of an MCU character. I don't know why, and please don't but it does. Who's the bloke that's in Magic Mike? Who's he?
I don't want to say it because I know I'll get it wrong. It's the one that all the girls think's fit in it. Channing Tatum. Is that him?
Yeah, he's great in that. Really good.
He's also in 22 Jump Street, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the main in Logan Lucky, and he's really good, really good.
Yeah.
Have you got any more?
Yes, I have two.
Go, hit me.
But I might have more. I can't think.
Hit me with the two, and then
so my not my favourite. Two of the other ones are Captain Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Tom Hanks again. The real story again. really like that. The "I am the captain now" line is just perfect for whenever. Like you can just use it at most points and it works.
Look at me.
Look at
me.
We were at work the other day and I was running, which means I was like doing all like getting all the stuff like proofing alcohol, helping people out and stuff. And my friend had been doing that the week before, and I walked past him and he wasn't doing it this week, so I went up to him and went, "I am the captain now," and it was class. Yeah. It was the best pop culture reference I've ever done at work. So yeah,
and great film.
Argo, you might not have seen it.
I haven't seen Argo.
It's got Ben Affleck in it. And it's a real life story again. You like your real life stories, I do. Don't you? So the Iranian embassy got taken over in some year, and I'm just checking thingy. Yeah, he is in Logan Lucky, Channing Tatum.
He is.
The Iranian embassy got taken over, and it's these people escaped, but were in Iran, I think. Is the way the story goes, is the way it actually happened, and they were in Iran, and then they had to like get out, and the Americans had to fake a way out for them, and they basically designed an entire fake movie called Argo or something like that.
Yeah.
So they did a press release for it, they did a trailer for it, and they were like, we need to shoot it in Iran. Of all places, we've got to shoot it in Iran. And then they were like, we'll go in, we'll get you, we'll give you new identities, and we'll fly you out.
That's sick. That's a sick theme.
But it's really weird because I didn't know that this was real when I watched it, and then at the end, my parents were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, did you know that was a real story before you start?" I was like, "No, but that's sick." So
that's insane.
It's mental because at the airport, and this actually happened. They were going through and they got pulled over, and they were like, "We don't think you are who you say you are," and the plane was like 10 minutes from leaving. And then they got let on the plane, literally as it was about to leave, and they like focus on the characters and all the stewards, I think, the plane stewards as it's going, and then it takes off, and then they're like, we have now exited Iranian airspace, and it's like I watched it with my family, and everyone, you could just feel like all the tension drop, and I was like, sick movie, like wow, I was not expecting that, so that's why that's an honourable mention. It's not my top 5, but definitely an honourable mention.
Fair, right?
So yeah,
I think that probably
concludes it,
wraps it up. I think
in our banner on YouTube is our email.
It is.
So if anyone wants to get in contact, please email that. We have a Twitter that's kind of like very football based at the moment, so I might restart that and do a new feed or something for it, just so it's better and easy to grow. But if anyone wants to message, comment, we'll try and like clickbait the fuck out of this, although the podcast is called Not Clickbait, just so we get views and we get subscribers. So if you are here, just subscribe. You don't have to comment, but please comment, because it means that we're getting some engagement for 37 minutes or whatever it is.
Whack a sub, whack a like, whack a share.
And as we said at the start, like anything, because this is genuinely what I want to do. I don't know about Jamie, but this is genuinely what I want to do going forward.
Yeah, why not?
So if you why not? I mean, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, something like this.
Yeah, so I know. Why not?
So if someone, if you can help us do that, guys, that'd be exceptional.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just tell your mates. Tell your mates.
If you don't know us personally, because I think a lot of people that know us personally will watch this. But if you don't know us personally, tell your mates, because we just want to grow.
Of course,
it'd be amazing.
So hopefully we'll get another one of these recorded in the next week.
Maybe a couple if we've got the time.
Maybe a couple.
But we're revising for A levels. Well, I am. I don't know about Jamie.
Yes, I am.
So yeah, there we go.
So, thank you for listening, if you did. Tell a mate, like, subscribe, and we will talk to you later.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.